All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics. This is the artist Andrew speaking, and we are live streaming. And today is the. Whoop! Gonna get some echo going on. Sorry, I forgot to change my input or my output to my USB headphones, but that's okay. We're there. Bottom line is, it's Friday. Yes. Fantastic. It's been a long ass week, and I am so glad it's Friday. Um, we've got a road trip adventure coming up this weekend. Um, Joe at Comic Connection is doing another one of his tent sales down in Weirdsdale, Florida, which is not 2.5, almost 3 hours away from us. Closer to Tampa than Orlando, and I always go and usually get he has 50-cent sales and dollar comics and a bunch of other stuff. And I'm actually looking forward to this time checking out some of his graded books. I got some graded books back recently from CGC, and I either traded or sold pretty much all of them. Made some good deals and made some money, so I'm happy about that. And I don't know, I got the itch for graded comics, and I'm gonna take a look, see what he's got, and if I can find a couple that spark my fancy, you never know. But today was a super long week. The wife is out of town, so it was just me and the cats and the dog, and the my day job had some visiting people from out of town, so I actually went into the office Thursday and Friday, and that was. I don't mind going into the office. I like seeing people. Ever since we started working from home, you lose that connection of seeing people face to face. So I got to see a lot of people, and that was good. And yeah, I'm just glad to be back home. Oh, here's Avery. Let me bring him in.
What? What?
What's up, man?
What's up?
How's it going?
It's all right.
You know that dick Todd? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
last night I joined his stream. I didn't get back home till almost 9:30, but you guys were still going. So I jumped in and I sent him a message in the private chat,
Uh-huh.
and I was listening to you guys talk, and I was
I
just,
didn't know you were there.
oh yeah, he didn't realize it either, and I was there for about 20 minutes or so, and I even chimed in with an idea or two, actually just one idea, but I was listening to you guys talk, and honestly, I was so freaking tired, and I did call him later and tell him. And I
Uh-huh.
said, had he seen me and brought me in, I would have told you guys, I just want to sit back and listen.
Uh-huh.
I'm so exhausted. My brain wasn't even thinking. And I ended up doing it anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm glad you guys still did it. And it sounded like you guys were having a lot of fun. So
Yeah. Some of it.
yeah,
Some of it I was just drawing a blank. Like I need to be able to sit here and read it all and think.
Yes,
It's not because tightening it down is the hard part. Coming up with an initial broad idea is easy.
Oh, yeah.
Or a gag here and there is
Yes.
the easy part. Fine tuning it is the grind.
Yes, that is
And
true.
it's hard to do that on the fly.
Yep. He also filled me in. I wasn't aware of this, but did you know that Neil Adams passed away?
Yeah.
I was not aware.
Yep.
I think it was yesterday he was saying, and I was like, 80 years, man, that's nowadays that's still young, you know?
No, it's not young, it's old.
Well, hell, my wife's grandmother made it to 94.
Yeah.
But she was fueled by, never mind, I'm not going to say. It's not like she ever watches these videos, and she's not here, so I can get away with it. But he is one of those classic artists who I never got into because he was before my time. I've met artists and I've seen artists who I like their work, and they would say they were inspired by Neil Adams.
They clearly were when you look at their early stuff.
Oh yeah, Michael Baer, Mark Beecham, what's his name?
Bill Sienkiewicz, Buzz, Alan Davis.
Buzz, yep, they were all influenced by him, and it's sad that
He's the guy that when he came to comics, he taught the industry how to like color for night.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You know, he updated printing processes, and you know.
Well, he had started his own company,
Hmm.
Continuity Comics,
Hmm.
and I remember back. Oh, hey Clark, how's it going? Clark's here. I remember back in the '90s when I was working at the comic book store that they were revitalizing Continuity Comics,
Hmm.
and it was during the time of the trading card uh,
Hmm.
boom, which was happening, and I remember that they did every issue of the new series came with a trading card, and it was random trading cards, but you could see which trading card was in there. And there was like 30 or 40 cards in the set. And because I worked at the comic book store, I took advantage of that fact and I bought a copy, multiple copies of those issues in order to complete the card set. I would never ever do that today,
Yeah,
but back then we were
yeah,
crazy for it. We loved it,
and
you know.
and even then, I think most his money came from advertising because he still
Oh
continued to
yes,
work in advertising and
yes.
continuity comics. All those people that worked for him did that work also.
Yep, yep. He was one of those guys that proved the fact that comic book artists, no matter how popular, how famous, how talented they were, so they sometimes had to have another job.
Yeah.
You know, and advertising was a big one. Oh, here's Todd. Let me bring him in.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, yo?
Yeah.
What is your name tonight?
Shazam.
Is that what it says? Oh, Shazam. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hold on a second.
Not Windabussy or Omnibussy.
Here we go. Show display name. Sorry,
Uh,
I couldn't remember how to do it.
oh man. Oh, my top loaders came in.
Oh yeah.
Last week. Yeah. I ordered because I want to have some posters made. I'm like, how am I going to put them on the wall? You know, it's like, you know what? That real thick double-sided tape would hold it really well in top loaders. So I ordered two 24 by 36 top loaders.
Oh okay.
Yeah, it's like those little hard shell top loaders you buy for cards, but it's the size for a poster.
They make them in all different
Yeah,
sizes.
yeah,
Whichever company does that, you can get them movie poster size, which is
yeah,
like 24 by 41. You can get them huge.
yeah.
They're expensive that size, but you
You
can
know
get
what?
them.
Compared to framing, not really.
That is true.
Because like even a cheap movie poster frame, a cheap crappy one, is
From
going to
Walmart
cost
is usually about 20 bucks.
20 to
Yep.
$30 is what you're going to pay for a
Yep.
crappy one.
For a crappy one, that's right.
For a crappy plastic movie poster frame. So I was just
Clark.
like, $20 each for these.
Yep.
The thing is though, I can't find my 12 by 18s right now. That's what I'm looking for.
Mm. Clark says, doing good, thanks. Trying to decide what to have for supper, something healthy salad or something fattening sloppy joes. Why not have them both?
Yeah, have a
You
salad and a
know?
sloppy Joe.
Tonight I had house chicken from Golden Egg Roll and wonton soup, and I ate all the wonton soup. I only ate a little bit of the chicken, but
I made meatloaf yesterday with cabbage, some boiled cabbage, and filled peas and black eyed peas mixed, and we finished that today.
yeah. Oh, so the reason why I was late getting to Todd's show last night was because my boss's boss and several other high people in the company were visiting our site here, and I was asked if they were going out to dinner Thursday night and asked if I wanted to join, and I'm like, yeah, sure. The wife's out of town, might as well. And I thought it was going to be like all the managers, all the supervisors, and so forth. Nope, it was just 8 of us total, and it was just the big wigs that came down, plus my boss and his like right hand guy and me. I'm like,
That probably means you should be in charge.
yeah, well, that too. But um, what was I going to say? We went to the TPC Clubhouse restaurant, which is called the 19th. It's the TPC has 18 holes of golf. It's on the 19th. It's the 19th is what they call it. But I got yelled at by the security guard because I was going to the gate and my boss's boss told me, says, "Hey, when you get to the gate, just tell them you're going to dinner at the restaurant, and they'll let you in." I said, "Okay, cool, no problem." So I have my phone in one hand with the map because I don't know where the hell I'm going. This is Sawgrass. I don't have a clue. So I'm looking at my phone and I'm driving up to the gate, and I stay on the right hand side because in my mind, and I pull up to the gate. And the guy comes out of he says, "Do you have a barcode for your car?" And I said, "No, I'm going to dinner at the 19th. He said, "You should be in the visitor lane." And he starts yelling at me. He says, "Next time, go to the right lane." And then he opened the gate and he said, "Now move, move." And I'm like, obviously I'm some stupid hillbilly hick that doesn't know where the hell he's going. Last time I'm going to the TPC.
Well, that's the only time he gets to assert any dominance over anyone in his life. So he has.
That is true. He is a security guard. I mean,
yeah, that's all. That's all the dude has in life.
yeah, that's true. But I was like, damn, he was yelling at me. Like, I swear to God, he deals with idiots like me all the time. You should be a little bit more patient,
Yeah.
But bottom line is, had a fantastic dinner. I feel bad because everybody had some type of cocktail drink, and they've shared a couple bottles of wine, and I don't drink, so I just had my ice water, and I was happy, but I'm not a drinker at all, not even socially. So yeah, it was. I didn't feel left out, but when they cheersed the boss, I think somebody at the table got a promotion recently, and they were cheering. They were toasting. Yeah, I was getting there. Toasting. I had water, and everybody else had wine or whatever. And I heard it's bad luck to toast with water, but that's all I got. So,
what a shame.
Yeah, I know. I am a huge failure.
Well, drinking and driving is pretty cool. So you missed out.
Yeah. Well, with my vision, it was better just to be able to drive home. So
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about off the bat. Oh, I was talking about Neil Adams, Todd.
Yeah.
You and I mentioned it before, but the other news that I thought was interesting is I'm gonna share this article. I haven't read the article yet, so we will see if it's worthy of sharing. But can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
What'd you say?
Frank Miller launches independent publishing company. New Sin City Ronin comics in the works. That sounds freaking fantastic.
Yeah, and the SJWs are butthurt about it.
Oh, really? Well, good.
No, of course
good.
they are.
They don't
It's him and Dan DiDio.
They don't like anybody having success,
No, they can't stand it.
Nope. The comic legend behind The Dark Knight Returns and 300 will act as editor-in-chief, okay, while Dan DiDio returns to the world of comics, acting as the company's publisher for the first time since exiting DC in 2020. Well, he didn't stay hiatus too long, but Todd, I told you it was Frank Miller Publishing. I think it's Frank Miller Presents. But still, that's very cool. But I don't know which I'm more excited about, the possibility of more Sin City or something Ronin.
Sin City.
Well,
I also wouldn't expect him to draw any of it.
No, I don't expect him to draw any of it either. But that last Dark Knight with Andy Kubert drawing it was pretty freaking awesome.
Was it?
I only read a couple issues of it, but I mean, it was definitely high level Frank Miller storytelling, but it also had Brian Azzarello assisting with the writing. But it was all the art was, well, there were mini comics that were included with Frank Miller's art, and you could tell Frank Miller can't do it as well as he used to. I'm not going to say he can't do it at all, but he can't do it like he used to.
He doesn't give a shit.
But but Andy Kubert's work on it was pretty freaking fantastic. I remember there was a double page spread that was up for auction at one point, and it was Wonder Woman fighting something. I think it might have been a dinosaur, or oh no, it was like a minotaur or something, and it was like, oh, I wish I had a couple $1,000 sitting around. I'd buy that in a heartbeat, you know. But yeah, well. After decades of working for DC, Marvel, and every independent publisher such as Dark Horse, or even independent publishers such as Dark Horse, creator Frank Miller is striking out on his own and launching a publishing banner. Now, I told Todd earlier, of the classic guys that could easily do something like this, Frank Miller is definitely on the top of the list. You know, Frank Miller Presents, a company that will have the writer artist behind The Dark Knight Returns, Sin City, and 300 acting as president and editor in chief, with the goal of creating and curating a line of comics that hopes to capture Miller's distinctive visual style while also working with a range of talent from comics veterans to rising artists. That sounds cool. I'm on board for this. I'm looking forward to what he's able to do. Now, my question is it going to be expanding on his lines that he's already done, such as, Sin City, Ronin, Sin City,
Sin Silly.
Ronin 300. But what about like Hard Boiled? What about Rusty and Big Boy, or whatever that title was?
The big guy.
Big guy, yeah. There's a lot of stuff he's got a lot of stuff that is specifically him, but it's also stuff that like Jeff Darrow and other people. I wonder if those things can be included, but
I don't know.
God, could you imagine another Hard Boiled?
That'd be so cool.
Yeah,
it'd be cool.
Let's see. The company has been quietly in the works for months, if not years, and in coming to the launch pad with several titles, including a new Sin City comic, a return to Ronin, a sci-fi samurai creation Miller wrote and drew prior to finding mainstream crossover success with The Dark Knight. Joining Miller in the new venture is Dan DiDio, who acted as co-publisher. Who acted as co-publisher of DC from 2010 to 2020, and will now serve as publisher of FMP. Cillian Thomas, the CEO of Frank Miller Inc., will serve as COO of FMP. Investing in artists and the future of comics has always been my one true passion and creative calling, Miller said in a statement. Dan, Cillian, and I couldn't be more proud of the launching Frank Miller Presents, which will serve as fertile ground for storytelling and new creations. Our focus for this publishing company is a cultivate.
Good Lord.
I'm getting there, guys. Sorry. Cultivate.
Are you okay? Are we just checking?
Are you having another stroke?
I'm amazed that I can do this well because my eyes aren't that great. So cultivate, and I've never been good with the English language, so fuck y'all.
I'm laughing at Richard.
Cultivate a fellowship of artists and writers to mentor, collaborate, and push forward not only each other, but the art form as well. FMP, what did Richard say? Hold on. Andrew Avery, how are my favorite gray furries doing?
Thanks, think he meant gay.
No, he said gray.
Gray
he said gray. I got some gray.
No. But he meant gay.
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
Gay!
Yay! Okay,
I'm a gray furry. We're gray furries here.
FMP will aim to produce 2 of 4 titles a year, which will be a mix of Miller's creations and new works. Very cool. Miller is returning to the world of his acclaimed noir series, Sin City, with the Western tale set in the city's past, titled Sin City 1858. Bonus Book 2 is a follow-up to the 6-issue miniseries originally published by DC in 1983 and 84, and focused on the Ronin reincarnation in the bleak future. The titles for the new original works are Pandora and Ancient Enemies. Okay. Details were not given on which titles Miller would be writing or drawing, nor on the creative teams of the new books. In recent years, when Miller has revisited his works such as Dark Knight, he went to work with other artists. The Dark Knight, The Golden Child, released in 2019, which actually was really good, had the art of Raphael Grampa, although Miller wrote the story and script. That was actually a really fun comic. So Richard says code words. Very good. The goal for the comics to begin hitting the market later this year and be available physically as well as digitally. I'm not sure I like that idea, but the digital part, but that's all right. The back catalog of his previous creations will remain with their respective original publishers. Okay. Frank has an incredible vision for his publishing company, which further expands his commitment to storytelling and characters that connect people around the world. Stated Thomas. In recent years, Miller has focused on screen work and had the YA reimagining of the King Arthur myth he created with Thomas Wheeler, titled Cursed. Adapted as a Netflix series in 2020, he and Thomas acted as executive producers. And last year, he toe dipped into the world of NFTs and saw One Piece sell for a record-setting $840,000. Okay, so something in there for you, Todd. There you go.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys ever watch that Cursed show on Netflix?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's the story about the sword from King Arthur, but from the point of view, I think it has something to do with the Lady in the Lake. Is like her story.
Oh.
And my wife and I watched like the first 3 episodes, and that was about it. So we just didn't get into it. So Richard says digital sucks. Nothing like holding and smelling newsprint. That is true. That is absolutely true. As a matter of fact, what a nice segue. I actually bought some comics this week, and a couple I was a little disappointed, a couple I was very excited about, and one in particular I just thoroughly enjoyed and absolutely loved, and I want to share them with you.
There was something good?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, real quick, Andrew, before you get in it, there's something coming out soon.
Oh, yeah?
Awesome new comic. But it's a 90s hit coming back.
Oh, yeah? Which one is that?
Comics. Share my screen.
Oh.
Share.
Oh, so sorry.
I'm not going to read the article. Bam.
Ooh, yes! Comic book Dale bringing back Pitt with Phil Diaz. Yes.
Yes, dude.
There's a reason why whenever I find back issues of Pitt, I buy them for the store.
Yeah.
Because
so
issue like 3 and 4 is where it really started to hit its stride. Where he was inking his own stuff. So
if you want to read some other writing by Phil Diaz, go back to Lost Pages, still in demand on Indiegogo. Very cool. Some of the artwork in there is by me. So that's pretty huge.
This is awesome. This is very good.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Now, have they said if they're doing it all self-publishing, or are they going to do it through Uncle E's imprint?
I don't know. That I don't know. Okay. Who knows? Okay. I know Dale Keown hangs out a lot on Mandy's stream, on the Baller stream.
Oh, okay.
And who knows? I know he also he's on Ethan's channel a lot, so you never know.
He is. That's why I was asking, because
I
mean, Ethan's got a very, very respectful track record with his publishing. So
it wouldn't surprise me.
He goes off on tangents on other things. Like I think his thing right now is the new mugs. He's doing like coffee mugs. Hey, more power to him.
Yeah, it's gravy.
It is, but I have no interest in that.
No, I'm interested in the books. You know what, though? Yeah. I really wouldn't mind the hoodies, because like those hoodies look good. Like they look cool, man. The black and yellow ones.
Yeah.
They look sharp, dude. I don't hate it.
Very cool.
Well, I was really excited by this when I saw the news the other day.
That is very exciting news. Yep. Very cool. All right. So I picked up 4 comics this week, as well as previews and the Marvel and DC previews. So, and I am thoroughly, thoroughly disappointed to tell you guys I told you something wrong.
Oh, no.
Remember where I told you that they relaunched Amazing Spider-Man again, #1 with John Romita
Amazing
Jr.
Spider-Cuck.
Yeah. And first issue came out this week. I did not pick it up because I really wasn't interested. And how issue number 6 is legacy number 900.
Uh-huh.
And when that comes out, they're going to renumber it at 900. I thought they were going to go back and continue the legacy numbering.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. They are literally going to do issues 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 900, 7, and 8. No
What?
shit. I can't make this up.
Are you serious?
They are changing the numbering to issue number 900 for issue number 6. And then after that, they're going back to issue number 7.
That doesn't make any sense.
Nope, it doesn't.
Well, I heard in this new story, Mary Jane cheats on Peter and has babies with someone else. She literally cucks him.
I don't think that's true.
Oh.
I think somebody fibbed with you.
Oh.
But
I wouldn't be shocked. I heard it's horrible, though.
Where is it? Oh, I completely missed it. Hold on. Oh, the next big Marvel crossover is Avengers, X-Men, Eternals, and the symbol for it is AXE. AXE. You remember when it was Avengers, X-Men, and it was
AVX, yeah.
AVX, yes. Well, now it's AXE.
Why is it AXE? What's it?
Avengers, X-Men, Eternals. Yes. This is the solicitation for Amazing Spider-Man number 7.
The cover looks cool.
And number 8. No, it doesn't. That is boring as hell.
Who drew it?
It's John Romita Jr., but it's the return of Harry Osborn. But can you imagine that as a poster? That's literally a poster offered this month.
Yeah, I know.
Is that cover of Harry Osborn holding Spider-Man's mask? The hell.
Disappointing.
So I was actually excited to hear they were going to renumber and go back to 9. They're only doing it for one issue. And they're literally, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 900, 7, 8, 9.
That's
How
really
many
stupid.
variant covers do you think there's going to be?
Do you want to guess?
900.
I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked.
It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. Like,
yep.
AXE is Marvel's body spray. So I was like, shit.
Richard says, wrong again, Andrew. For shame. Yes, I am very. I had hopes, and I was thoroughly disappointed. And Richard says, it's Marvel, Todd. What do you expect,
dude?
So, all right.
No, they really don't care, do they?
It's like you used to work for them, Todd. You should know better.
Yeah, you should. Okay.
I know. They're just completely collapsing. I mean, it's really great to see, but damn.
Yeah. Well, I originally said I wasn't going to pick up the second issue of this, but when I went to the store, one of the stores, I only found one comic I was going to buy, and I'm like, I'm not going to spend $4 or $5 on a comic. I need to buy at least enough to make it worth it. So I bought the second issue of We Have Demons, which is the Dark Horse, Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo book. And quite honestly, I like the second issue better than the first. I enjoyed it. The art was really good.
Who drew it?
Greg Capullo.
Oh, but wait, this is a new one?
Yeah, it's a new series. This is his Comixology series being published.
Oh.
And honestly, I like the art. It was probably my favorite part of the book. The story, there's a lot of lofty, ideas in it, and everybody has a little good in them, and they call that halos. And everybody has a little bad in them, and they call that horns. So everybody has a little bit of halo and a little bit of horns, and they say this over and over again. And I don't know, it's a little much, but there's one scene in the book. I'm not going to tell you guys, spoil anything of it, but it was actually really cool. And if it was a movie, it'd be freaking awesome. And I'll leave it at that. But the other book I bought, which I actually haven't read yet, I bought because I like the art, and that's Batman Beyond the White Knight, number 2. This one, I like Sean Gordon Murphy's, which he just goes by Sean Murphy now. I like his illustration of Batman Beyond. So I bought it literally for that. I don't know what the story is going to be like. I haven't even read it yet. I've had it for several days and just haven't got it. Oh, stop. Richard, you're killing me.
I'm not good at all. I'm always horny. Jesus.
Now, the one I bought that I absolutely was disappointed in was Deathstroke Incorporated number 8. This is part 3 of the storyline that's going on right now in the Batman books. It's a crossover between Batman, Deathstroke, and Robin, called Shadow War. This
You're
is
just
the one
addicted to the misery and pain the mainstream causes you.
This is the one with the death of Ra's al Ghul as the main storyline.
Uh-huh.
And this issue, the regular edition, had a John Boy Myers cover. Who I like John Boy Myers stuff, even though he's very derivative of other artists. I like his stuff. The interior art is not by him, but it's by somebody who has a similar style. And the entire issue looks like it was shot from pencils and digitally inked. Where they just make it the pencils darker. And the entire issue, every single panel took me out of the story because I didn't like any of it. I was thoroughly disappointed with it. And the story really didn't move very much forward. It only, what it was is it's the story, but from the point of view of Deathstroke and his son, who they call Respawn. Okay, whatever.
God.
But it did nothing for me. And it was, I was thoroughly. This is supposed to be like a 6-part storyline. If this is part 3, you're halfway through. I'm almost ready to give up. But the next issue in the story is Robin, and I really liked the new Robin series when it started, so I'm willing to give it a shot. But this issue,
gay Robin, or
no, Damian Robin.
Oh, they haven't made Damian gay yet.
No, he's not
yet.
gay.
He's next week.
Don't curse him. I love that little kid. He's awesome.
No, dude, they're gonna make him gay.
No. They've already done that. It's bestialities.
Oh, you all better stop. Don't be tearing up my favorite Robin. Actually, no, he's not my favorite Robin.
It's not us. No,
Oh, I know.
It's the people
Drew.
It's
to
the
be fair,
people that hate you and don't want you buying their books.
Yes, Todd.
To be fair, it won't be us tearing it up. It'll be Nightwing.
Oh. God.
But Damian, I like Damian as a character. I like him as a Robin, but he's not my favorite Robin. Believe it or not, my favorite Robin was Stephanie Brown, the spoiler, when she took over the role as Robin for a short period of time. So, Richard says, "Oh no, emergency here. I can't find my bowl scraper. Dang." He said, "Woo, I found it." Okay. I have no idea.
Watermelons.
Watermelons. Okay. And the last book that I picked up it's issue 3 of a 4-issue series. I'm still loving it. The art's fantastic. The story's fantastic. One of the best things about this book is there's no words. The story is completely told visually, and it is Step by Bloody Step number 3 by Steve Spurrier and Mateus Barga. This issue, freaking beautiful. I've been so inspired by this book that there's a few pages in Hero books 1 and books 2 where the backgrounds are extremely lacking, and I want to go back and redo them because I've been inspired by this book.
Really?
There's a couple pages, specifically a couple pages, where I literally phoned in.
You forget I collared your book.
I know.
I know where you phoned it in, bro.
Yes, I know you know where I phoned.
And don't worry.
There's one.
What? Wait. What's the name of this book again? What the hell?
Book?
The book you just...
Step by Bloody Step.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the Image Comics book that I've been talking about for 2 months now.
He talks about it every week.
I know, but still.
He's in love. It's gorgeous. But there's one particular page from Hero Book 1 that every time I look at it, I go, "Oh God, I could have done so much better on that page." It hurts to look at it.
How do you think I feel? I'm sorry. I had to.
I know. But if I showed you the page, you would agree with me 100%.
Yeah. I'd be like, yeah, bro, yeah.
Yeah. It's
I did what I could, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. There's one. Avery could only save the book so much.
Oh, dude. I'm just fucking with you.
No, there's one page that.
But at the time, though, that book was a huge growth spurt for you.
Oh yeah. Well, the art from book 1 to book 2.
Mm-hmm. There's a leap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah. But there's one particular page in book 1 in which Hero and Pudge are going out on their adventures, and they're leaving the valley. They get to the top of the tree, the overlook tree, and they look out across the valley. And that page is just so utterly dog shit. He's laughing because he knows what I'm talking about is true. It's utter. I could do so much better, and I want to.
Okay.
I want to. So.
All right.
So Step by Bloody Step is a good book.
I'm enjoying the ever living hell out of it. Yes.
I'm looking at the artwork. It's pretty cool. I really like that the loose style. It's nice.
Well, this issue, he has a very European style, which I think is because he's European or whatever. But one thing I don't like about the book and his storytelling is, in order to get from A to B to C, he sometimes has to add very small panels in order to keep the story going. Like you would look at one page and there's like one big shot of something, and then there's other small panels in order to move the story forward. And I'm like, add 5 more pages and make those panels bigger, But he can't do that. Can't do that. But I wish the panels were larger and the art was larger, and because he put so much freaking detail in each piece, it's just amazing. And I love the hell out of it. And this issue in particular, there was not a predictable storyline in it. I'll just give you a quick synopsis. This prince sees this girl with this robot, her protector, and he sends his minions out to entice her to come to his castle for like a soiree party or whatever. Soiree, whatever. English is my third language. So she goes, and he wines and dines her and dances with her and makes her feel like the belle of the ball, and it's gorgeous. Well, outside of the kingdom is a horde of goblins that is coming and getting ready to attack the castle. And he instructs one of his minions to send another little girl wrapped in his cloak to face the horde that's coming. And they shoot this giant arrow and just skewer her. And the robot, there's like a female inside the robot, sees this, and she just goes insane and jumps down and like obliterates the entire horde of goblins and kills everybody. And then when she turns and then somebody shows that the girl that died wasn't her girl, the robot, they all of a sudden they destroy it. The prince who was whining and dining the girl used her and the robot to defeat this army. And I mean, it's kind of a predictable story, but oh my freaking god, the art is just so beautiful. And I am so looking forward to the last issue. So that's where the story gets left, is the robot is literally destroyed, and she's in the care of this evil prince who, he really is a dick. But we'll see what happens next. The catchphrase for the story is that this girl, she awakens. She doesn't have language, doesn't have anything, but she has a robot. She has a guardian, and that's it. And it's just it's a beautiful story, and the art is just freaking blowing me away. Loving it. So if you out there, if you still buy comics, go check out Step by Bloody Step. Regrettably, it's published by Image. But I mean, it's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yep. Oh man, I'm tired, guys. It's been a long damn week.
Hey, remember that movie I told you about, Willy's Wonderland, that Nick Cage movie?
Yeah.
It's on your Vudu.
Oh, really?
You can watch it. It was
Oh,
on sale
hell,
for
yeah.
like $5, so I bought it.
Excellent.
And Joker, because I wanted to watch that, and I found that. I was just like, all right.
Okay. On Avery, to be honest with you, it has been so long since I bought a movie.
Mhm.
I haven't added anything new to the Voodoo. I mean, you've added more than I have in the last year.
Mhm.
You know, so.
But they've got a really good sale right now. It's some like tons of old '80s movies, like $8, and a bunch of other movies like $5. I'm like, damn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where do you get them from?
I just buy them right there on Vudu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're having like watch their sales, dude. Some of their sales are really good.
Well, the last time I took advantage of one of the Voodoo sales, they had Weeds.
Mhm.
And the deal was season 1 was $1. Season 2 was $2. Season 3 was $3.
Mhm.
And I bought like the first 4 or 5 seasons because that is when the show was good.
Mhm.
And then I was like, I'm debating 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah,
I went ahead and bought. I bought all of them. I bought the whole thing.
Mhm.
So we have them in our digital library. But those later seasons, even though I paid more for them,
they're rough.
I mean, the most I paid, well, I think, was there 7 or 8 seasons?
Something like that.
Yeah,
I remember the first couple of seasons were pretty good.
Yeah.
It was a funny show. Then it just sort of,
yeah,
like once she burned down her house and left.
yes, and married the drug.
Yeah,
the drug czar.
It went all downhill. It was awful.
Yeah. Richard says, I hear Eric Larson is having some trouble at Image. Oh, I wonder what that's all about. Maybe we should we should check out his Twitter page and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. He deleted his Twitter. he
Who
made
did?
it Eric Larson.
Yeah.
Oh, did he really do that? I thought that was just a rumor.
The funniest thing is he says, if Elon Musk buys Twitter, I'm going to delete my Twitter. And then it happened. So he went and deleted it. And then he went over to Facebook and he posted on Facebook, I deleted my Twitter and my Instagram since I never use it. And people were like, oh, man, we're so proud of you. You're the greatest guy ever. And I'm like, wait a minute. You went to Facebook to announce you deleted Instagram too? More people should do that. More people should delete their Twitter. I think I might go back to Twitter, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I haven't been there in forever. But the just the idea, the chance that you're not going to get deleted just for saying something that somebody doesn't like.
Oh, dude, Twitter is hilarious right now. It's so because all the weirdos are sparking out.
Yep.
And Elon's just trolling them, dude.
Have you seen the clip of it's the newscaster talking about, the possibility of things that could happen with Twitter because of Elon Musk. And one of the things they pointed out is it's possible they may start banning politicians from Twitter. And I'm thinking to myself, you are a freaking idiot. That's already happened.
Yeah.
It's happened multiple times, and you guys weren't afraid of that. Now you're afraid of it?
Mm-hmm.
It's
because it was the other side getting banned, so they were cool with it.
Right. It's almost like, hey, hello, you haven't been paying attention for 3 years? Really?
No, they know exactly. They know exactly. That's the reason they have their whole new Ministry of Truth. They've added.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Richard says they banned me about 3 years ago. Really? He also says Elon is an even better troll than Trump. He is. He's fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think the guy's a saint, but he's funny.
No, I don't think anybody here would disagree with me if I said I wish there were more Elon Musks in the world. And I wish I
As
could
long
be
as I was one of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but they hate people that
You
have
mean
money.
autistic shitlords?
They
Yep.
hate people that have money. They hate people who are successful. They hate people who can do things that they can't do and be successful at it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? That's one of the reasons why they hate NFTs. They don't understand it. And if somebody makes money off of something they don't understand, they're going to attack it because they hate that idea.
Yeah.
They can't be successful in doing what they do. So let's attack the people who are successful at it. You know?
That's a big part of it.
Richard, you're absolutely incorrect. He said none of us are saints.
I mean, I am.
I am already been ordained a saint.
I'm chosen, man. I'm the chosen people.
Oh yeah,
Like,
true.
Yeah.
He was chosen. Todd was chosen by God.
Yeah,
Avery,
I'm like done.
Avery is Saint Avery. I am Saint Drew, and Todd is our Jewish saved friend. So, Richard, you are in the presence of saintly people, and I've got the holy underwear to prove it. And I'm not talking no Mormon underwear. I'm talking holes in the butt.
From a blowout.
From Nightwing.
From Nightwing. What's worse, Taco Bell or Nightwing?
Yes, it is true. We are holy.
Richard said his name is Baphomet. Jeez.
Man. There's so much going on in the world that I don't want to talk about because that's not what I want the channel to be about. But damn, if there's not poop going on everywhere, you know?
We live in a society like it's like all
It's fun. It's fun.
It's fun, yeah.
Like when you watch the Joker movie now, or Heath Ledger's portrayal in that Batman movie, you start to go.
I understand. I can relate.
Based.
Richard says, "You wear underwear? When did that happen?" I had to go into the office twice this week, so I mean, come on. The first day I was on a conference call. I was in the office with my boss, and we were on a conference call with the other people on our team back up in New York. And the one girl I work with says, "Is he wearing shorts or is he wearing jeans?" And I'm like, "Hey, I put jeans on for this trip, for coming into the office. Trust me, they're coming off as soon as I get home." Just so you know, I put them back on before I started the live stream.
Oh, thank God.
I want you to know, because I was afraid that if I stood up, you might see my pasty white, and you don't want to see that.
Oh, God.
So in other words, I got dressed just for you guys.
Thank you.
I put my jeans back on. So Heath was legendary as the Joker. I think the only Joker that I never liked was what's his name? The one with the teeth. Jared Leto.
Jared Leto, yeah.
Yeah, I did not like his Joker.
Yeah,
now, I thought he was fantastic as Morbius. I liked him as Morbius, but I never liked his Joker.
Cesar Romero was the best. The Joker.
Well, Mark Hamill does a great Joker as well.
Batman the Animated Series is overall the absolute best portrayal on screen of those characters.
I have to agree. I think it's the one and only medium that does Clayface justice. And he's great in every episode he's in.
Yeah,
he's one of my favorite Batman rogues, Batman villains.
That whole era of DC animation, the Batman series, the Superman, the Batman Beyond.
Yep.
Was
Justice League Unlimited, the Superman Adventures, absolutely. Yep.
It was all so good.
Yeah.
Yep.
It hasn't been topped.
Well, they do the movies in that style, and I've enjoyed all of them.
Several of the last ones I've seen,
Mm-hmm.
like I watched part of this whatever is supposed to be the Death in the Family, and all it was scenes from Under the Red Hood edited together with Bruce Wayne and Superman talking in a diner.
Right.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? This isn't a new movie. This is just something else.
Well, the one I didn't like was the one that was based off of I'm blanking on his name. Damn it, I'm so bad at this. Who's the guy that passed away a couple of years ago?
The one?
The guy that passed away. Cook. Darwin Cook. Yes. New Frontier. Yes. I did not like that animated movie. I could barely get through it because the way they did the shadows on people's faces was they did it in like his style, but they made it black instead of shadows. And every time a character was talking, they had to have black shadows on their face, and it was very distracting.
When it should have been done with color in some
instances. And it was like every single character had black on their face.
I have not liked the majority of their animated films the last several years. It's been steadily downhill. I watched Hush, and that was.
Honestly, the one
Halloween yet.
The one they did that's based on the video game, the one where Superman becomes a villain.
Oh, Injustice?
Yeah, Injustice. That movie was very. It's like the beginning of the story. It wasn't enough to make it interesting.
Honestly, I think it's better to, if you want that story, to just
play the video game.
Put it on easy. Play the video game.
Yeah. You see, I wasn't aware. I never played the video game. I did a couple times with Mike, but I never played the story mode.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew the Joker killed Lois, or had Superman kill Lois.
Yeah, I bought them. I bought that game. I played it for the story. Played it,
and then gave it to Mike. And then I played it with him a few times, but I mean, I like the fighting games. I do, but at the time I could care less about the story. I just wanted to fight.
I'm not into the fighting games anymore. I can't hardly play them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Those were all the way back to Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter 2. Those are always fun. I always enjoyed those.
I can't play them anymore.
Richard says, I agree with Avery. I like Christian Bale a lot, and DC Warner did amazing animation back in the day. Love Pinky and the Brain. Didn't they bring Pinky and the Brain back?
I think they tried to.
As like an HBO Max thing or something?
I'm not sure.
I think I saw that somewhere. I don't know.
Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain was good shit.
Yeah. Hello, nurse.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Hey, lady.
I don't think you could get away with that nowadays. Somebody would write a letter.
Shit.
Or somebody would tweet.
Somebody would put an ad in the newspaper.
You would get some angry tweets.
Oh, did you see what Tim Pool did?
No.
Took out a billboard, one of those electronic billboards in Times Square, to say that the Washington Post, article, the writer doxed libs of TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Which they did do. They absolutely did. So.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, wait a minute. Richard says they tried and died. Really? That's probably why I haven't really followed anything about it. He says, great billboard. Yep. Absolutely. Oh, I know I don't want to talk about politics, but it's stuff that happens, and sometimes it's entertaining. But what's it? Project Veritas just released some videos of some undercover interviews with Twitter employees. Oh my gosh, they're freaking out. It's so hilarious.
That's they're good, dude, because they're like, they're like, oh, that's a conspiracy that you believe that. That gives you a conspiracy you believe that. Then they have the same people like on video saying and doing these things. No, we have you on video admitting this is what you do and what you're about.
Honestly, if I had $44 billion, I probably would not have bought Twitter.
Yeah.
But if you're going to make an impact in the world, that's a good place to start.
Yeah.
Besides SpaceX and all the other companies he owns and so forth. So, he truly is the Tony Stark in the real world,
Maybe.
More power to him.
The bad thing about him, I believe he's the one foot in the bill for all of Amber Heard's expenses.
That was something that came out in the trial.
Yeah.
That the bulk of the money that was paid to the I think it was the NAACP or whatever it was, whoever it was that helped her write the article. The bulk of it was paid by an anonymous donor, and they're fairly certain it was Elon.
Yeah.
Wait, paid for what?
$500,000 is pocket change to that man.
Yeah,
that, right?
I mean, he was getting some. It's probably pretty good because she's crazy. She's hot. And she's crazy as hell. So
she's crazy hot. Yeah,
it's probably pretty good. to tell you
until she shits on your bed.
Yeah, except for that part. You know what? It might be good enough to make you go and overlook it. It'd be like,
I don't know.
You don't know how good it is.
No, I'm pretty sure she knows she's pretty.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No.
Dude, one psychiatrist on the stand says, like, gave a diagnosis saying she has histrionic personality disorder.
Well,
she's batshit crazy, basically.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. They one of his sister, Johnny Depp's sister, was on the stand, and they were talking about their relationship, and she was like, "Well, when they were dating, it was okay. Just be careful, this." And then all of a sudden, they got married, and she was like, "Oh God, he's an idiot."
Oh yeah.
I don't think she said that, but you get the point. That hey, sometimes that stuff makes men go crazy.
Jeez.
You know what's so funny? I don't know if you guys know this,
venom.
but this week, I think, is the 30th anniversary of the LA riots, when the 4 cops that beat up Rodney King were acquitted. And they had 5 days of writing. And I'm thinking to myself, 30 years ago was 1992. That was the year I graduated from high school. So that was going on while I was graduating from high school. I don't remember it at all. And you want to know why? Because I had a girlfriend. And
yeah,
honestly, I was getting some on a regular basis and loving the hell out of it. I really don't remember the LA riots at all.
Really?
No, I do not.
You don't remember?
Nope. Did we ever talk about it? Ever? Do you ever remember a conversation about it?
No, we were teenagers and didn't care.
We were teenagers, yeah.
I remember it, but we didn't care.
I didn't turn on radio news until the first Gulf War. Is when I started turning on the news and listening to the news on the radio. It was the first Gulf War. I wanted to know what was going on. When it came to all that other stuff, I never paid attention to any of it.
I didn't start until I was in my 30s.
Yeah. No, I started the Gulf War is when I started paying attention to the news. So, really weird, huh? Richard says, she's crazy, but damn fine. I've never been a big fan of blonde, so I could leave it. I'm not going to kick her out of bed, but I'm not jumping in there either. So
no, because she probably just shit in it.
That's not going to go away. That's funny as hell.
Yeah.
Richard says, "Can't we just all get along?" He says, "No, where your mind mind was at Andrew. Oh, absolutely. I know exactly where my mind was. I know exactly where my mind was.
We all know where your mind was.
My future wife
Nightwing.
corrupted me.
Nightwing.
No, she was my Stephanie Brown spoiler. Thank you very much. I tell her, this is the God's honest truth.
Put on the
I
background.
tell her all the time, honey, I am so glad you said yes. And she looks at me and she goes, well, it was more like, well, okay. It wasn't a yes. It was a well, all right.
Fine.
I'm like, thank God she said that.
Thank God you were just said, all right.
She said something along the lines of, oh, well, just get it over with. And there was our son.
Oh, I hope she can't hear you.
Nope, she doesn't watch any of this shit. Never, ever. Unless I tell her about it or play it for her, she does not care.
Okay.
Yeah. But I recently.
Or else you're gonna look like Johnny Depp in some of those pictures. Dude, you see that one picture, dude, where he looks beat like straight, like it's their honeymoon, and he looks swollen and beat up.
I saw the picture. I saw the picture of him in the hospital with his finger.
That was I haven't seen the picture of that.
Ooh,
but like the picture from their honeymoon. It's their honeymoon, and dude looks like she just beat the fuck out of him.
Why? I mean,
like,
I know you're not supposed to fight back, but you could fight back, or just leave.
Like she's already, it's like they just get married. And she's like honeymoon. She's already beating his ass.
Well, that was one of the things that his sister, who is like one of his managers, is that anytime she would book him a hotel when they were traveling, she always booked him 2 rooms. And they asked him why, and said so that if they got into an argument or a fight, he could leave and go to the other room. And she did that all the time to give him a place to escape to. Yep, that's the woman I would marry. Is somebody who made me have to pay for 2 hotel rooms every time I traveled. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
The poop people will put up with for love.
Oh.
So, but the God's honest truth of the whole thing, he lost all of his gigs and she didn't lose anything. Yeah. Because she made the accusations and everybody came down on the guy.
Mm-hmm. When it was the other way around, she was beating his ass.
Honestly, it was probably the whole thing is coming out that it was probably a mutual thing. He may have abused her. She abused the shit out of him. Bottom line is they were either made for each other or they should both go their separate ways and be done with each other. But there's no way in hell he should have suffered financially with his jobs and she doesn't get touched, at all. She was in the Stand series. She's still in Aquaman. There's other things. So
makes a whole new meaning for brown sugar. Oh,
that's a little much for me. Nope, I appreciate my wife every day, and I look forward to her coming back this weekend.
Yeah,
mainly because she entertains these cats and dogs, and they need to leave me the hell alone.
She doesn't hit you where people can see the bruises.
Nope, I can move a little bit faster than her, so I can stay a couple steps ahead of her. That's the trick. Always stay a step or 2 ahead.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever told you guys about the one time she hit me. She didn't mean to. We were sleeping, and she had carpal tunnel surgery, mm-hmm. and she was wearing a brace on her arm, and there was a metal beam that went down the side of it. And I guess I was snoring too loud, and she just instinctively went to go, to stop snoring, and smacked me right in the face with that metal bar.
Oh!
While I was sleeping, and it's like, shit. It's like freaking A. But
Andrew.
Yeah, I know.
Stunning and brave.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right. Well, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up tonight.
All right.
Richard, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it. You're always hilarious, and we love you for it. Clark, I appreciate you coming in. I knew you were there at the beginning. He probably wasn't able to stick around, but that's okay. But if he is, I appreciate him. He's one of the guys that hangs out on the Scam channel.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of comments there, and I appreciate that immensely. I had mentioned to Todd that I haven't done a live stream on the Scam channel in a long time, and he said, "Why don't you just do a stream and just talk about it, just talk about what's going on." And I said, well, I could read comments because I got a whole bunch I got to catch up on. So
yeah,
that's
not a bad idea. Reading comments and responding live, not a bad idea.
Just something to bring the audience in and talk about it. But
yeah, I think people like it.
And plug the other channel.
Yep. I had one scam call yesterday that was hilarious. It's either the funeral one or the Medicare one. Oh no, it's the funeral one, the funeral expense one, where they're calling to get you to buy the insurance and for your funeral expenses. And they always ask the question, do you make your own decisions? And I'm like, well, yeah, of course. And I'm driving to the dinner Thursday night, and I'm like, of course I make my own decisions. So he starts going into the spiel about, and I go back to the decision thing. He says, yeah, I just made the decision. I'm going to have pizza tonight for dinner. And the guy's like, oh, okay. And I said, or maybe I should have burgers. And he's like, what? And I said, I'm making these decisions for myself, damn it. He actually started laughing at one point because I was just screwing with him hard. He eventually said, okay, good night, goodbye. And I just had a good time screwing with him. But yeah, they're always fun. Yeah, Richard says Q&A session. Absolutely. We'll have to do that. I might make that another regular night thing. So, all right, everybody. Good night. Have a wonderful weekend. It's Friday, so go out and party or stay home and go to bed early. That's what I'm going to do.
Thursday nights are the nights to party. Friday nights is the night to sleep in.
Yeah. So says the old men with children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Avery, what do you guys say for yourself, huh?
What?
Good night, everybody.
Enjoy your Nightwing. Enjoy your Nightwing.
That's right. Enjoy your Nightwing.
Oh.